Guys, do not focus on those two game objects, I mean the point right and point left, because we don't need it, so I will erase them, this one and this one. And then guys, now let's focus much more on our knight. So guys, let's create an enemy script and let's attach it to the knight game object. I mean, normally you must see it here in the inspector, and then guys, we will put this script inside the script folder to be organized. And then let's open this enemy script. Guys, those two variables, I mean distance to player and the target variable, help me to know the distance between the enemy, I mean the knight, and the target, which is the player. So I've decided to create a float variable which is called distance to player, this to player. And you must know guys that for float or boolean or even integer, you can decide to initialize directly from the variable zone. So this is what I've done. It's not mandatory that you do it inside the start method. So guys, the second variable, as I told you, it's a target, which mentions the player, and its type is a transform. It means that I can know the position of the player thanks to this variable. So to initialize the target variable, I have to call it from the start method. And then guys, I will first try to fetch the tag of the player, which is player, thanks to the find game object with tag method, which belongs to game object class. But what I need guys is not only the tag, I even need the transform of the player. So this is why I use the get component method, and then I put inside as a parameter the transform, just to make you remember guys. By using the get component helps me to fetch the transform of the player from the inspector. As usual guys, to manipulate this to player variable, I've created a new method which is called distance to player. And guys, I'm using a new method which is called vector2.distance. And inside I got two parameters. The first parameter is the position of the enemy, and second guys, this is the position of the target, I mean the player. Guys, to see the value of distance to player variable, I add this line of code, and we can reach this variable value from the console. So guys, next step is to copy this method and call it from the update method. So I already did it here. So guys, if we save the script and go to Unity, so here guys, at the bottom you can see the value of the distance between the player and the enemy. If the more I approach, you can see the more the distance to player value decreases. This is what we expect to have.